Myself, Mr. H.T. Mate, Department of Botany, RBNB College, Sri Rampur. So today we are going to study T.Y.B.Sc Botany. From this paper first, VO 331, that is a cryptogamic botany, and from this, the topic number 7, that is the study of life cycle of the Marchanta. Now in this, the first point, that is the habitat. Now it is found in moist, cool, shady, damp places, generally in the wet places. Now it's a thallus structure. Now it's a thallus structure is a rosette in habitat. It is somewhat circular in outline. It is a dark green, thick, fleshy and dorsi-ventrally flattened. As it is a dorsi-ventrally flattened, it shows the two different types of the structure, that is the dorsal view and ventral view. So the dorsal view and ventral view. This is the dorsal view. This is the midvein. Apical notch. Here there is the growing point. Dichotomous branching is there. And on the midrib region, there are some cup-like structures. They are called as the gammy cup. So this is the dorsal view. Now the ventral view. This is the midvein region. This is ventral view. Now, as the thallus is dorsi-ventrally flattened, there are the two views. First, that is the dorsal view. Now, this is the thallus of the Marchanta. Now, it shows the thallus which is dichotomously branched. And at the apex, there is the apical notch, and in the apical notch, there is the growing point from where the thallus is grown. Now, on the thallus branches, there is the midvein. So this is the midvein, and on the midvein there are some cup-like structures. They are called as the gammy cup. They are important for the vegetative reproduction. Now this is the dorsal view, and on the ventral view, that is from the lower surface. On the midrib region, there are the two different types of the structures are getting developed. First, that is the scales. Now in Marchanta, scales are also two different types. That is the ligulate scale and appendiculate scale. And in Marchanta, there are the rhizoids, and rhizoids are also of the two different types. That is the tuberculated rhizoids and smooth-walled rhizoids. Now these rhizoids are important for attachment and absorption of water, mineral, etc. So this is about the thallus structure of the Marchanta. Now the internal morphology of the thallus. This is the upper epidermis, and this is the lower epidermis. These are the partition walls. This is the storage region. All the cells are parenchymatous in nature. They are thin-walled. This is conducting tissue. Upper epidermis. This is lower epidermis. This is the photosynthetic region. And this is the storage region. This is air pore, air chamber, these are chlorophyllous cells. This is the TS of the thallus, which shows the two different types of the regions. The upper region is called as the photosynthetic or the assimilatory region. The lower region is called as the storage region. Now in the upper region, that is in the assimilatory region, there is the upper epidermis, and this upper epidermis is interrupted because of the presence of development of the air pore. Now this air pore inside the thallus tissue get opened into air chamber. Now this air chamber, in between this air chamber there are the partitions, and the height of these partition cells is 2 to 4 only, and they have chlorophyll pigment. That means they perform the function of a photosynthesis. So this upper region is called as the photosynthetic region. Now toward the lower epidermis there is another region. That region is called as the storage region. Now all the cells are identical here. They are thin-walled, they are parenchymatous, and they store the food material. They are thin-walled, they are compactly arranged, and in between these there are some oil cells. So these are the oil cells. And in this region there are some thick-walled cells, and they are called as the conducting cell. So they perform the function of a conduction. And toward the lower side there is the lower epidermis. And on this midrib region there develop the different types of the structures. And these structures are nothing but so this is the scales. Scales are again of the two different types, that is the ligulate and appendiculate. And another structure, that is the rhizoids. So these are the rhizoids. Rhizoids are also of the two different types, that is the tuberculate and smooth walled. So in all, the thallus of this bryophytic, for example here Marchanta. there is no more tissue differentiation. There are only the 2 to 3 different types of the tissues are there. That is, these are the chlorophyll cell and these are the parenchymatous cells only. So they are called as the non-vascular plant because there is absence of a xylem, phloem, etc. So this is the very simple structure which shows the simple cells only. Now next point, that is about the reproduction. Now this Marchanta reproduces by 2 different methods. Reproduction they reproduces by vegetative and sexual method only. So number 1, that is the vegetative reproduction. Now this vegetative reproduction in Marchanta especially, it is again of the 3 different types. From this, number 1, that is the fragmentation. It takes place like this way. This is young thallus branch. This is the old thallus. Now what happens here? The lower part, that means the old thallus, is get disintegrated, and these fragments of the branches, they can develop into the new thallus of the Marchanta. Because of this, they are called as the fragmentation vegetative reproduction. Now second type, that is the advantageous branches. Second type, advantageous branches. So this is Antheridio4. This is advantageous branch. Now second type of vegetative reproduction is called as the development of the advantageous branches. Now these branches are developed on any part of the thallus. For example, here this is the Antheridio4, and this Antheridio4, a special type of branches are get developed. They are full with the food material and they are called as the advantageous branches. When these branches get detached from the parent part or thallus, they can get developed into the new thallus of the Marchanta. Now the third and most important type of the vegetative reproduction is with the help of a gamete cup. Third type of the vegetative reproduction, that is the gamete cup. This is the most common type of vegetative reproduction found in the Marchanta. This is the LS of the gamete cup. It is called as cup because it is cup shaped in outline. This is the thallus tissue. This is the gamete. Here in the gamete, all the cells are chlorophyllous. It has a stalk, which is a single-celled stalk. So this is the stalk. Here there is the rhizoidal cell. This is the notch, and here there is the growing point. These are the chlorophyllous cells. This is gamete LS. This is the gamma cup. LS. And this is the gamete. These are the special structures called as the gamete cup. So this is the thallus, and on the thallus there is the midvein, and on the midvein a cup-like structure which is important for the vegetative reproduction is called as the gamete cup. So this is the gamete cup. Now this is the LS of the gamete cup. Now it shows the thallus structure. That means the photosynthetic region is also there and storage region is also there. And in between these there is a cup-like structure. Now from this cup-like structure, from the roof of this cup-like structure, there are developed the two different types of the structures. For example, these hair-like structures are called as the mucilage hair, and some dumbbell-shaped structures are also there, and they are called as the gamete. So these are the gamete. Now this is all about the gamma cup. This is the LS of the gamma cup. Now the single gamete is like this. Now it is a dumbbell-shaped. It is a dumbbell shaped. It has a single celled stalk. So this is the single celled stalk, and above this its body is there. It is divided into the two parts because it is a dumbbell shaped in outline. Now all the cells are chlorophyllous here. Now in between these there is a notch, and in the notch there is the growing point. Now just below the growing point there is the rhizoidal cell, and above this there are all the chlorophyllous cells. Now same situation also takes place from the another side also. That means a notch is there and growing point is also there. What happens? The middle cells get disintegrate. When germination of this gamma starts, the middle cell get disintegrate, and the cells just above the notch or growing point, they develop into the thallus. And the lower cell, which are called as the rhizoidal cell, they develop into the rhizoid. In this way, from this side, one thallus is getting developed, and same situation also takes place from another side. That means from one gamete, two new thalli are getting developed.